Right. So somebody came into my inbox a couple of days ago, and I was not really in a good mood for anything like that. But it was quite interesting that he came into my inbox and he wanted to con me. So now, the funny thing is, if you're gonna con somebody, at least make the effort of going into checking out this person's profile, what they're into, and the kinds of things that they actually enjoy doing. And once you found out about that, at least you know how to maneuver with your conversation. But this idiot, I'm gonna call him an idiot in this video because I really think he's an idiot. Because if he had gone to the extent of checking out my profile, he would know that I've been involved in the financial markets for quite some time, quite a few years, and he probably would have maybe stayed away or tried a different approach. So it was quite interesting that he even just jumped into my inbox. And I quickly texted my friend. I said, look, this is what's going on. I feel like having fun. I'm going to play along with this guy and see exactly how far it goes. Right. So basically, this is not one of those expose videos, so and so exposed and stuff like that. I will not mention the guy's name and so forth. There's a lot of them out there. But they all come in the name of, I'm trying to help you make money. I'm trying to get you to get into a passive income stream, and you could make a lot of money in the whole process. So it's not one of those I'm going to expose some of these guys, or I'm debunking a particular type of myth. It's not really my thing. But the only reason I'm talking about this is because maybe I want to shed a light to a few of the other people that may be getting these types of inboxes from a lot of these other scammers out there, right? So it's not one of those, say, so and so is exposed. Let's try and get that out the way. So the funny thing is, he speaks about he's from a particular part of my country, but he lives elsewhere. A mix-it type conversation. And I was really worried the fact that now there's this mix-it type conversation. Hey, I'm so and so, I'm this old from this geographic area, but I'm currently located in a different part of the world, which is quite funny. If you are from one part of the country and you stay there, you should be proud of staying there, So those are some of the flags that I started seeing them, right? So he came into my inbox, he's like, look, I can help you make a lot of money with binary trading and so forth. And I was like, okay. Then I started flowing nicely with the guy because I was like, okay, I'm having fun now. I said, look, if you could give me 3,000 within 1 week, I'll turn it into 33,000. I was like, oh, that's literally about $170 of money that he's going to convert into literally about 1,800 or so, 10x within a week. I've never seen that. Although it could be possible, I personally have never seen that. 10x within a week in binary, which I think it's almost impossible with binary, even for that matter. So, cut a long story short, he says, look, I'll take $170 of yours and I'll flip it and I'll turn it into a 1,800 odd dollars or so. And I was like, okay, like this guy is literally a proper con, because there's no way you could literally do a 10x with binary. So according to my understanding of what binary is, it's basically a casino inside a professional market. So as a matter of fact, I think people who are doing binary should literally just go and buy lottery tickets or go to casinos. I think you're better off going into a casino or going to buy a lottery ticket, because you pretty much stand a much better chance of making money with your gambling, the official gambling, than going into the whole binary thing. The funny thing is, got this funny psychology thing that works on you while you're busy there. There's literally no charts. There's just this weird ticker in the whole platform. And now this is one of the weirdest things about binary that I found out, which has to do with the risk to reward ratio. Now the risk to reward ratio of binary trading is by far the worst. As a matter of fact, as a forex trader or trading in the financial markets, you have the ability to decide your risk to reward ratio, and any risk to reward that is 1:2 or the other way around, maybe 2:1 or 3:1, which is the most preferred risk to reward, you're better off. It means every dollar that you risk in the market, you're prepared to make in $3 out of it, and so forth. So that's a much better risk to reward. But if you had to look at a risk to reward ratio of the whole binary market, is you are going to be risking your full dollar, and in the promise of if you win this trade within a particular time frame. As a matter of fact, this is one of the other things that I'm going to speak about what makes binary trading a lot more complex and a lot more riskier than you actually just going into a casino and maybe trying out poker. You even have a better chance with poker than you do with binary. So now, if I'm going to be risking a full dollar into this whole market in exchange to earn anything between 60% or 80%. So this is what technically, or it's just a technical thing within this binary market that most people don't understand, or most of these scammers don't understand, that we actually understand risk to reward. Now, if I'm going to lay down a dollar to make 70 cents or 60 cents of that dollar, should the market go my way within a particular time frame, I could choose maybe 5 minutes, I could choose a minute, I could actually even choose maybe 30 minutes if I'm a little bit more longer term, a little bit more relaxed. But still, the idea of me spending a dollar and hoping that within this time frame that I have picked, let's suppose it's a minute, that within the minute or after, when the minute passes, actually I will be right, and definitely I will earn my 70 cents. But it doesn't really make sense if you think about it. You risk a full dollar for a 70 cents reward. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really gel with me. That's not my cup of tea, right? So I know there's this whole myth about for the whole binary thing, that you could earn up to 135% of the next trade. Now that alone is a myth, in a sense that I've never met or I've never seen a broker that offers this binary options as offering that much value, even as far as 100% is like literally a miracle. So now this is what beats me. This is the technical thing that I said I'll get back to about the whole binary thing. You see, the market works with money. And if there is no liquidity at that particular time, in that minute, who are you to guess that the market will have gone up? It doesn't matter by how much, but will have gone up within a minute, or will have come down within that minute, 5 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on whatever time frame. You see, it is the market that determines when it moves based on how much money is placed on that particular trade. And if there is no money into that trade, you cannot decide. You see, also you cannot know how long it will take for money to come into a market, to be injected into a market before it actually appreciates or depreciates in value, whichever side that you have chosen. So you cannot limit the market. You cannot limit the market to saying, look, within a minute, I'm very sure that the market will have increased in value. It's pure gambling. This is where I started by saying, look, with the whole binary thing, you're better off going to a casino, because you stand a better chance of making money, because sometimes with poker, as a matter of fact, you have a much better advantage of making more money than anything. So if somebody comes into your inbox and promises you some erroneous numbers or some crazy numbers like that, I think from my perspective, that guy is conning you, or that person is trying to con you, because literally during the whole conversation, I could see that he was getting impatient, and he's like, look, are you serious or not? I laughed and I never responded to the guy. I said, look, if you're serious, drop me your WhatsApp number. Look, I haven't even asked you anything with regards to how the whole thing works. So now I'm going to give you my WhatsApp number. The next thing is you're going to ask me to give you money in whatever format or channel. As a matter of fact, you might even go to the extent of saying, look, give me X amount in Bitcoin. If that's the case, unfortunately, that is lost money. And even if that's not the case, and even any other way, chances are I'm going to lose my money, right? So these are some of the flags that you need to look into. I'm not a fan of binary trading myself, and simply because of the risk to reward ratio that it comes with, I'm not willing to risk $1 and make less than $1 into a trade. And the second thing is the time factor. You cannot limit the market to a time. Unfortunately, money does not have time. Money decides whenever it wants to go into a market to push it wherever to push the market wherever they want to. So you got to be really careful. As a matter of fact, right now it's a very interesting time. Bitcoin is doing well, gold is doing well. There's pretty much these alternative markets that we're looking at. They are doing fantastic at the moment. So it's the best time to practice being cautious with your money, because when the crypto space does well, or when Bitcoin does well, when gold does well, and everything else seemingly is doing well in the financial markets, that's when you got to be the most careful, because there are so many scammers out there today waiting to take money out of your pocket. And these scammers, they're shrewd, they are ruthless, and they're going to take your money if you're not careful. So when Bitcoin does well, when gold does well, and all these alternative markets that we're looking at in the crypto space and stuff like that, you got to be very, very, very cautious, or very wary of who you listen to and where you take your money, because the scammers are back into the market as well. They come back with such. Right, so everybody, I urge you to be a little bit more cautious, be a little bit more careful with your money, be very sure about what you want to do with your money. It's okay to say no to such tactics, because at the end of the day, it's better to have your money saved than to have it lost. Right, so this isn't any financial advice. I'm not trying to expose people, but I just felt that it's important for people to know and to start taking a lot more care with their money, especially during this very challenging time globally. Right, thank you. Cheers, guys. My name is Silas Morera. I would really appreciate it if you could like this video, or if you could share it with as many people as possible. Let's get the message out there so that people's monies are safe. And thank you. I'll chat to you soon.